During the second week of my freshman year of high school, I attended my first ever school dance. I went to a private school throughout all of elementary school, meaning the things I'd never experienced that public schoolers did. One of those things was going to a school dance, which I finally got to do when I switched to a Catholic high school. Like I said, during the second week of school, they held the first school dance of the year, and you know I went to it because I wasn't about to miss out on my first ever school dance. On the night of Thursday, September 14th, 2023, I finished eating dinner and went straight into the shower. Once I finished, I changed into this. I didn't want to go in sweatpants and a hoodie, but I also didn't want to go in a whole suit. Although, most people were wearing sweatpants, but it's okay, I love wearing jeans. My mom drove me to school and I checked in, and I walked into the gym. I was finally at my first ever school dance. And the gym was very empty. There must have been like 8 or 9 people in there, including the DJ. The only interesting thing going on at the time was music being played very loudly, which is to be expected, I guess. So I went and sat down and immediately started texting some of my friends via Discord. A few minutes later, I left the gym to go see if my friend had arrived, and she did. She had already met up with her other friend, so the three of us walked into the gym and just continued sitting down. Eventually, my friend and her friend decided that they were bored, and they decided to leave and go to the field next to the school, and I went with them. Now, here's where I went wrong. I was unaware of the fact that once they let us into the dance, we can't leave. It was for security reasons since it was after school hours, and nobody was going to be wearing their school uniform, so it made sense. My friends never went back to the dance, but I always intended to, because I didn't want to be sitting out on the bleachers for 3 hours and miss out on it. And they got bored after like 5 minutes. Like, but what if Drake showed up or Justin Bieber? In fact, they both showed up. Here's proof. Anyways, my friend brought it to my attention that we couldn't go back after leaving, which again, I was unaware of. When she told me this, I was like, oh crap, and I bolted back to the school. They'd locked the doors, but I saw some teachers through the glass part of the door and knocked. One of them came and opened the door and told me I wasn't allowed in. And she asked me for all my teachers' names and told me that they usually weren't supposed to let people back in after leaving. She eventually did let me back in though, her reason being I had a nice smile and a cool shirt. But really, she probably saw the panic in my eyes because, well, I was panicking. So that was lucky because I missed out on the entire party. Anyways, I sat down by myself and snapped some of my friends. One of my friends told me I need to viz up a girl, which I said no, because no. It was at the exact moment that I realized I was the new kid. I saw everybody in groups laughing and dancing to Taylor Swift, and I was sitting there by myself, alone. Eventually, 2 11th grade girls sat at a table next to me, and they asked me if I had anybody to talk to. When I told them no, they invited me to talk to them. It was mostly small talk because especially the music was blasting, but I could hear what they were saying kind of, and it was nice of them to approach me when they saw me on my own. And then when a specific song came on, they forced me to get up and dance. Now here's a fun fact about me. I can't dance, or at least not well. So when they forced me to, I was hesitant because I was not in the mood to look like an idiot. But they forced me to anyways. I didn't dance per se, I kind of just shuffled. Now here's a small detail I failed to mention. As some of you know, I went to a school in a different school district before grade 9. But I have a friend that did go to school in this district. Ironically, he went back to the school I went to, but that's besides the point. My friend naturally has friends that go to my high school, so he was nice enough to send one of his friends to come and find me. So eventually, I moved away from the grade 11 girls, and my friend's friend had found me. And we sent a snap to my friend to let him know. A bit later, they did a raffle. It was very randomized, and they just called out seemingly random names from the list of people who bought tickets, and to my surprise, my name was called. I went up there and got to choose a prize, and I chose a school spirit t-shirt because, well, they didn't have many options. That was pretty cool. Eventually, the song Shut Up and Dance by Walk the Moon came on, and since I loved that song, I started vibing to it. I started dancing. And eventually, a huge group of girls crowded me and started dancing as well, and following me. I instantly stopped dancing because I was terrified, but after that, some guy came up to me and was like, bro, you don't even know how much riz you just got. So I guess I got game now. One of my friends also called me and requested I put a female on the phone, but I hung up on him. The friend that sent his friend to meet me also called me, but he told me to look for 2 other people. But it was too crowded and too loud for me to look for anybody, so I just stuck by the people I knew. Soon the dance was winding down and people started leaving. My mom texted me that she and my dad were here, and I thanked the teacher that let me back in. I got in my dad's car, and I headed home. I can't lie, For a first time going to a school dance, it was a pretty good experience, and it made for a good YouTube video, so yeah, kill two birds with one stone. As much as I miss my school, a small part of me is happy that I came to this one, because I'm finally getting to experience things that I never got to at a private school. And I've made some really good friends that hopefully I'll stay friends with after high school. So I guess it isn't all bad, but don't mention that part to my dad. Wow, I just went completely MIA for a few months, didn't I? Sorry about that. I had to get my laptop replaced, and when I finally did, I was heading into a new school semester, and the workload was just a lot heavier than semester 1. I do hope this video made up for it though, because it's one of my favorites that I've ever uploaded. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.